Hi guys, Mark here. Today we're gonna be talking about forward bay parking. It's gonna be the new maneuver from 4th of December. They haven't done that before. You might think it's easier than reverse bay parking, but I would say it's actually the other way around. The main reason is that reversing out of the bay may be challenging, especially if someone parks next to you. So hopefully good choice of bays will help you massively. Right, so the main issue with that maneuver when driving forward in a bay is the back of the car, because it drags slightly, the back wheels cut, they don't take the path that you choose for the front wheels. So in order to get the back nicely in the bay, you need to get the front slightly too far forward and then swing it back in. That's the easiest way to do it. And that's why it's good to choose a bay where there's nothing next to it, because you just drive slightly too far forward. You lead the front wheels slightly on the line or even over the line, and then once the back gets in behind the outside line, then you just add more turn and the car swings nicely back into the lane. You just straighten up and that's it. When reversing out of the bay, you're not supposed to go into the bays behind you. So again, it's not an issue if it's completely clear next to you, if you have lots of space, because you just put full lock left or right immediately as you start to move. Again, that will swing the front over the line, which is fine, as long as there's nothing parked next to you.
And then you just slowly creep backwards, judging how far you can go. Probably looking through your right shoulder would be the best option in this case. Now, parking between two parked cars, that's a lot more challenging. Basically, you can't go over the line anymore, but what you can do is swing out to the outside of the bay, as far away from the bays as possible, and still trying to lead the front as far forward, trying to get as close to that black car, using your judgment to get really close to it, because the problem is still the back. As you can see, it barely got into the bay, and then once we straighten up, it's fine. So the real issue is still the back, but this time you need very good judgment to get as close to that silver car as possible, because it's difficult to judge those distances from inside the cabin. But do notice how the front swings away from the silver car towards the end. Now, it's absolutely paramount in this maneuver to swing away from the bay as much as you can before you start to turn. If you don't do that, it's not gonna happen. Nothing you can do afterwards will change that. And it's because modern cars have really big turning circle. You can't turn the front wheels by 90 degrees, well, unless you're driving a black cab or something like that. But in a normal vehicle, you really need to be as far away from the bay you're intending to get into, at least 2 or 3 car width away. So unless you're gonna do that, well, here maybe I could have got in, but it would be really tight still. So instead of attempting that difficult challenge, it's just easier to swing out and be far away from them, and make sure your car turns by about 45 degrees or even more before you actually start to get into a bay. So here, as you can see, it's really turned already, and then it's possible to get in. Now, reversing out of a bay is even more challenging, and it's mainly due to visibility, and it's very bad to the back. So you need to creep out very slowly and be very careful, because it's easy to miss stuff. Also, you want to start turning as early as possible, even just slightly, but you want to lead the front again as close to the parked cars as possible. And again, you're looking to twist your car by at least 45 degrees before you stop. Once the front clears parked cars, you can put full lock, which should make that easier. And straightening up the wheels towards the end again will help you to get out once you get into first gear. Now, very common mistake is that people don't turn until the front clears parked cars. And again, due to restricted turning circle of modern cars, that won't be possible. So that will force you to do a correction. So you'll have to drive forward and turn right, and then reverse back again, turning left, which is fine as long as you do proper observation. So just be careful with that, and make sure you're safe. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, it helps a lot. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, I'll be sure to answer them all. You may also want to check my other videos. If you're anxious about the test, the new test, you can check my video about it. And if you ever found yourself you have problems with straightening up the wheels, especially when reversing, which may come up in this maneuver, there's a video about that as well. So thanks for watching and drive safe.